Hello and welcome back to our green page set. We're going to make the back of the pocket envelope, put that together, and then the Humpty Dumpty page. So you should have the four pieces cut out, a green mat that goes across the whole of the back of the envelope. We've got the section that's going to form our pocket on here. This one's just for a tag to go in, or a photo mat. And then our two black and white check sections from the 12 by 12 paper. So the first thing to do, ink all your edges, of course, and then put a strip of tape down one set of checks, and then we're going to put edges to our green section here before we put it onto the base paper. So let's just peel these off. Not. So, come on. Done it. Okay, I think I've given measurements so that you cut these the right length, but they can be trimmed if yours are longer afterwards. So line your green paper up with the edge of the first set of checks on that side, and then do the same on the other side. Oops, that's not happening. Let's get the pokey tool out. There we go. Stuck. Oh look, I've got something stuck under there as well. Okay, and I'm going to just line this one up as well. So bottom of the black check, like that. And then you can trim those edges if you want, if yours are longer, or leave them. And then it's going to fit over like that. So what shall we do? Shall we fold it? Shall we stick it? I think we will fold it. So I'm going to trim these. So trim them down. And then we are going to stick this edge down onto the paper. So let's just do that with a little bit of tacky glue. So the right hand edge, I'm working with everything facing you. So when you stick it down as well, leave yourself enough sticking out top and bottom to fold over. So let's make sure that's well stuck, and then turn it over and fold your edges over. If you find it's easier to score them first, then just measure and then score them. Let's just check that's folded nicely. Yep. It does fold nicely, it doesn't tend to rip. But it does mean that you get that full width then to put something in, which is nice. And then on the back side, I'm just going to put double-sided tape all the way along, and that will hold those folded edges down too. And then I'll put a little bit more on those as well when they're folded down. So let's just do that. And then let's put a little bit along there. Just going to have enough, I think. And a little bit this end. That's another roll gone. It doesn't last long, does it, the red line tape? Okay, so let's pull all of these papers off. That's the secret, isn't it? You lift it up, hold it, and then grab it with your fingers. before it sticks back down again. Whoops. That's that. And that one off. Fold your edges over, and then they really will stick nicely. And then I'm just going to put a bit more tape over the top of those, if I can find the end. There we go. And that one. A little bit in the middle so it doesn't puff up. And take those backing papers off quick as I can. One. Flip. Can't get this one off. Now I'm stuck to it. There's a lot of sticky going on here. Come on, red tape. Oh, it's painful, isn't it? I'm so sorry. Right, done it. Now they're completely stuck to me. That's it. Right, move that out the way, that out the way. Let's bring our book back in. Here it is. I'm ready to stick this down. And we know it fits because we've cut the base paper the right size. So line it up on the back of your pocket envelope and stick it on down. And then that's a really nice pocket page. Let's just borrow a photo mat from the back. And a full-size 6x4 photo mat will fit in there, which is really nice, because that's what my albums are all about. So I've left that blank. Again, we'll come back and put some decoration, and I'll show you what decoration I've put on each of these pages at the end of the album. But it's a good way to build your book up so that you've got all of your papers for your pages, and then you use all your leftovers to twiddle it up, so to speak. Anyway, let's move on to the page over here. You're going to need a new 9.5 by 6.5 page for this one. So grab one of those and all of the pieces that you've cut out from the photo, and we'll put it together. So here they all are, a real jumble of pieces. So let's break it all down and start with our base page, the black mat that you've cut, the tab, and the larger Humpty Dumpty mat. Where's the tab? Here. And your magnets, because this is the front of our page. So let's move all those other bits out of the way for a minute. So this is the larger of your Humpty Dumpty mats. Obviously you've got the big one that goes on the page, but of the rest that you've got left, take the larger one, fold it in half so that you can see the green spots, and then count up. This is just the dark green spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's about 1 3/4 inches up. So I haven't folded it in half, I'm just holding it in half, and then I've cut along those spots to within 1 inch of the edge. And that's given me a nice split here. And I've inked those edges with black soot ink. All my edges are inked. So now that's ready to stick onto our mat. The corners I've used my crocodile, the scallop edge again, just to do all the corners, and I've also done the same on the black mat as well. So now we're ready to stick this down. So I'm just going to use tacky glue to do that, and again I'm just going to go up around the edges and the top section only, just a bit of a squiggle. So the top section, the larger section, and then I'm going to place it centrally, as she says, on the mat and stick it down. Like that. So that gives us then pocket on the front and a bit of interesting detail for something just to slide in, and we'll put a photo mat in there. And then I can put my tab on. So I've already stuck my magnet, and it's this side, the side with no magnet on it, that I'm going to stick onto the page. So it's just going to go on the edge there. And then I'll fold the magnet underneath. Where's the other one? There's the other one. And then I'm going to line this up on the page here. And then bring in, we do need the other little piece, bring in your strip that's 3 checks wide, because that is going to fit on there, and it's going to cover the flap of your photo mat. So we're going to put this together next. So you want to make sure that your tab is on the page, and then you want to line up the score line on a line on your paper, so about 1 inch in. Whatever the width is, 3 checks wide, that is just under 1 inch. You want to make sure that that will fit on the edge there and it doesn't interfere with the fold of your photo mat. And then you want to make sure that the whole thing's lined up. So use the dots to sort of get this black mat central on your paper. And then hold it. So I've lined mine up with green dots at the top and the lighter green dots at the bottom. Hold it, take your tacky glue and just put some on that underside of the flap and stick it down. Make sure that's stuck. And then you can put double-sided tape on here if you want, or tacky glue. So on the wrong side of our checkers. She says, I can't find the end now. Where's the end gone? Can't have gone far. There it is. So I'm going to use double-sided tape. Oh, magnet stuck to the scissors. At least I found it. I'd been looking for that. So nice strip double-sided tape, and that is going to just sit on that side like that. We can trim it down if it's slightly too long afterwards, but let's get it stuck down, and then all of that's in place. And I thought it would match the pocket envelope that we've just covered with the black check as well. I love the black checks, the black and white check. Okay, so let's just take it off its base page and stick this on. So I'm just going to line it up, start with the bottom and the side edge, line those up, stick it well down. That will fold out now. Make sure that that's really nicely creased. So that's that one done, and then trim the top if you need to with the magnet on my scissors like that. And let's just black out that edge. Like that. And now the other magnet we can put on the underside. So put it down on your surface, make sure that your tab's folded up and hover it, turn it over. Is that the magnet? Oh, it's fallen out of here. I wonder it wouldn't stick. My magnet's come out. So let's stick it in again. So where is the other magnet then? So stick that back in there, fold that tab over and find the other magnet. Where could it have possibly gone? It's usually sticking to something. It's not the scissors, it's the ruler. No, it's gone. Not over there. Right, let me just grab another one. Hello! We had a bit of a camera blip for this layout here, only because I didn't realise that the memory was full and carried on talking and sticking. So let me talk you through what to do with the rest of your yellow and green and black and white bits. The smaller striped piece, the green striped piece that you've got, and the 1, 2, 3, 4 checkered piece that's 5 checks wide, shape the top and bottom corners and then place your green piece on the mat, centre it up so you've got about 3/4 of an inch top and bottom, and then place that bottom section over it and just stick the bottom edges and the side edge down. And then I've got a little stamp here. I haven't stuck it on, but you could, just to finish that section off. And then for this page, this side, take your 2 yellow sections, the last of your little green sections, and your black strip. On the green section, which is the 1¼ inch, match it up with the bottom dots and cut it so that it just fits on that section. But before you stick it down, stick the black and white strip, the single strip of checks, across the top of it, and then as a cascade, starting from the top, stick your yellow text paper down. I stuck mine 3 dots from the top and lined it up with equal distance either side here. And then I stuck on top of that, but just sticking the sides down, that yellow section, so that there was about 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch overlap. Let me just have a little look. About 1/2 inch. And then I stuck the green section over the bottom, lining that up with the dots at the bottom, so that it looks like it's part of the page. So there is a continuous pocket. There's one down there at the bottom, one under here. She says, I can't get anything in it, I didn't stretch the paper. So one under here, but that one goes right down to the bottom there. So plenty of room for tags on that side as well. And then once all of that was stuck into place, I just put 2 Humpty Dumptys, one at the top and one over here, just cut out of the 12 by 12 papers to finish that page off. So sorry we didn't, I didn't realise the memory was full, but it's not too complicated to stick those 2 together. So have fun doing that, and I'll see you back in the next video for the next page set.